Hey, what's up, you guys? So, I want to talk about something today, and this is just my opinion. Anyways, you have Oklahoma come out and they're talking about teaching the Bible in the classrooms in their schools. Well, 2 weeks ago, you had, oh, that was right, Louisiana come out and say, hey, we're going to put the 10 Commandments in the classrooms, okay? So, it sounds good if you're a Christian. It sounds, ooh, they're going to start teaching all these principles in the school. Well, the issue that you have is you're going to start seeing organizations like the Satanic Temple and all these other groups come out and say, well, if you guys are allowing this, then we have to come out and you guys are going to have to allow us to bring in our teachings and our philosophies into the school systems too. This is no different than what they're doing in other states. This has been going on for a while. They've had the Satanic Temple come out and say, if this school is having an after-school program, well, we need to come in because you can't just allow them to have an after-school program and not us. So it sounds good until you have these other groups and all these other people come in and say, well, you're allowing this, so you have to allow this. And this is going to be a way for them to just say, well, none of it's allowed, so we're not going to incorporate any of it. Or it could go down another route. But I'm going to play you guys a few clips of what I'm talking about with Oklahoma, and then you have Louisiana doing what they're doing. So,
signed into law a bill requiring the 10 Commandments be easily readable on a poster-sized display in every publicly funded classroom in the state from kindergarten through college by 2025.
If you want to respect the rule of law, you got to start from the original lawgiver, which was Moses.
Republican State Representative Lauren Ventrella co-sponsored the bill.
Because I believe in it. Because I believe that these are important morals and ideals that our students should have access to read if they choose.
Opponents say they'll challenge the law based on the argument that it violates the constitutional premise of separation of church and state.
And this law flies in the face of that basic foundation.
However, Louisiana puts forth the 10 Commandments in not so much a religious, but rather a historical framework.
This is not forcing, requiring, sanctioning, coercing anybody to read this document. It's merely posting it there for the students to have the option to observe the historical and moral context of this text.
Likewise, experts say the fact that Louisiana is displaying the 10 Commandments for their historical significance should also provide legal protection.
The 10 Commandments clearly form the foundation of law and government and have clearly shaped our law and our government policy. So having the 10 Commandments displayed anywhere, whether it's in public school or elsewhere, is very consistent with our history and our tradition of law and government.
Some legal analysts say today's Supreme Court will likely allow the Louisiana law to stand based on a high court ruling 2 years ago.
There's been a total shift in the United States Supreme Court with respect to overruling the 1971 Lemon versus Kurtzman case. It was that case that has been historically used to challenge 10 Commandments displays or One Nation Under God or nativity scenes.
Thankfully, the Supreme Court has ended that reign of tyranny, of that hostility.
That 2022 Supreme Court ruling, combined with the way Louisiana called for displaying the 10 Commandments based on their history and tradition rather than religious purposes, means other states will likely follow suit.
Well, we've been providing assistance and help to a number of legislatures around the country so that they can really digest this new era that we're in.
Notably, Louisiana requires a 4-paragraph.
Leaders push for Christian religion in public schools after a major Oklahoma Supreme Court decision this week denying a religious charter school. State Superintendent Ryan Walters doubled down by requiring all Oklahoma educators to teach the Bible effective immediately. I listened into today's board meeting, as I have many others, where it has become difficult to discern whether this is talk or action.
This Supreme Court has made some horrendous decisions. This is one of the worst.
This week, the Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled the Oklahoma State Department of Education must end its contract with St. Isidore, stating it is unconstitutional. It would be the nation's first religious charter school.
This would have been the most unique charter school in the country. So I want you all to know we will continue to fight back against this.
Fighting this, State Superintendent Ryan Walters is not. The Supreme Court denied his request to be a part of the lawsuit last November. Just days after the ruling, Walters issued a Bible mandate in all public schools.
We will be issuing a memo today that every school district will adhere to, which is that every teacher, every classroom in the state will have a Bible in the classroom, and we'll be teaching from the Bible in the classroom.
Walters pointed to state statutes.
Under Title 70, multiple occasions, the Bible is a necessary historical document.
I looked at Title 70. He didn't specify a section, and it's nearly 1,500 pages. It's only mentioned 4 times, 3 times under approved elective courses, and once as an approved record for a Greenwood scholarship. Enforcement is too early to tell. While Walters has passed controversial emergency rules, he has also said he will require the 10 Commandments in class, enforce prayer, and require religious training for teachers. That has not happened. Lawsuits already gearing up, including the same group behind the recent St. Isidore win. In a statement, Americans United says in part, Walters is abusing the power of his public office to impose his religious beliefs. Americans United is ready to step in and protect all Oklahoma public school children from constitutional violations.
So, as you can see, Oklahoma and Louisiana is incorporating this idea that they're a Christian state. So, when you think of Louisiana and you think of Oklahoma, those are considered red states. So, another thing that I think could possibly be happening is they're going to be herding people into these states. So if you're a conservative Christian, well, you'd want to be going to a state that's going to have this. But if you're a liberal, you're going to absolutely hate this. And so they're going to force all the liberals be like, I don't want anything to do with this. So they're going to flee and they're going to go to other states that don't incorporate this type of stuff. So this could be a way to divide people even more, but I see it as a way that they're going to use this to manipulate people, to deceive people, and trick people into whatever agenda they want to go down. I mean, there could be all types of agendas. So I would not sit there and be happy about this. It sounds good to a degree if you're a Christian. But on the other hand, you have to look for the deceptions and the lies and the manipulation that they're going to use. These people, if they're in Congress or these politicians or any of these people, I guarantee you they're not who they really say they are. They probably are in some form of Freemasonry or this or that. And if you go into their teachings, well, you realize that their goal is to divide and conquer, order out of chaos. So why is all of this stuff being brought up all of a sudden? You see our country and you've seen the route that we've been going down with them, what they're teaching in the schools over in the liberal states with all the trans people and this and that and everything else they're doing. Then all of a sudden you see these states and it's, because they're trying to cause more of a division in this country. So you have to take a step back and you have to look into it and make your own opinion for it. But I think it could be a herding mechanism to bring people to certain states so they could bring in this civil war that they want to bring about, everybody's been talking about. Or they could sit there and bring this in so they can eliminate all of this stuff altogether. So you have to pay close attention to what's really going on. And my opinion is it's done by design. So I hope that you guys have a great day. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Thank you very much.